Right. I'm gonna do my overthinking out loud. I'm gonna hate this. This is after 6 months. This is how close we've got apparently. Dun 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 dun. Right, here we go. I'm going Blink 182. My inner boy. Right, there we go. Right, let's go. So we're gonna start with a hey because it's casual. And we're going to put a name in because the game wants to. It's casual. It's a nice opener. You know, it's nothing too formal, I guess. I like anybody out Blink-182. It's great. So what's up? We're not going to say the ceiling because I wouldn't make terrible dad joke puns in genuine conversation. Talk to you is kind of cringe. We're going for nothing much. Because I'm never really doing much. What are you up to? Showing interest in them is what we're doing. Which is what I go for, what I thrive for. Right, nothing, just listen to some music. Cool, cool, cool. Do you like Coldplay? I personally do know Coldplay. So I'm going to say yeah, totally. Because I do listen to them. Well, I don't, but I like their music. It's really good. Lyrics and my info. Are you going to Travis's party tonight? Now, I suffer from genuine FOMO. So if there is a party that I potentially can go to, I will most probably be there. So I'm going to say depends on if you're going, because I would have decided, but also, if Emily, a girl who I'm interested in, is not going, well, is going, then that will definitely force my hand. So it depends on if you're going. Well, I am, so you should go. Okay, well, we're going then. It's crazy, then school parties. Time for back, can't wait for second year school to be over. See, we're talking American school. Which is different, because school for me, I would have loved to be over. We'll reflect. We'll do a reflection. I'm not going to move somebody off, because there's no point. We'll reflect for a bit. I know I'm excited, I'm so over this school. Cool. Cool. Right, like you know, Brad, from my math class, you won't stop messaging me right now. Yeah, I want to know, I'd want to know more rather than jumping to a conclusion, so I'll say what she's saying. Why not? I don't know what else to put in that situation. You want to talk something, not really paid attention. Oh man, it's 1 month's graduation, we're so old. I mean, she dodged the question there. I can't really speak anymore on what I'd say to that. So I wish it was sooner. It's kind of weird. I'm going to go for it's kind of weird because I know that a question comes at the end of that. So that's, again, getting to know more about her. Is he pick school yet? I didn't get accepted to mine, was picking one of the others. Then she asked me if I went to school. I would go to an art school because I study film, so that's where I'm going. This is exactly what everyone who I tell about it sounds like, so you know this is correct to a T. Even though I'm just going to promise to be there for me, absolutely. Like I said on the last stream, my college mates who I knew, the people I knew in college, even though we did split apart, I would definitely try and stay in touch with them. It makes sense socially not to at this moment in time, but if I make a friend like Emily, like who I talk to about nearly anything and everything, I would hope to keep them for as long as possible. So I would definitely say absolutely. And then that's what they always say. But does it happen? No. It's getting late. I hope Julie's is soon. I'll say you leave me soon. Just to stay aware of what they're doing. And if we get there at the same time, you know. Then we head into Trav's party. Are you going? I'll say definitely. And I'm attending the party. You're ready to wait for Julie. Cool. Stop messaging me once I put my message away. See you soon. See ya. Cool, so that's the first chapter. There you go. So that's what I would have responded. Pretty much the same as the other chapters, the other times we've done the chapter. But there you have it. There you have it. Swiftly moving on, chapter 2. We're going to go for Monkey, because why not? Ba-dum-bum. Here we go. I'll let you know, okay, it's so cute. We're going to go for What's Up, because it's pretty vague, but you know, we're asking how they are to a degree. I'm just doing some homework, listen to music. I'd be playing video games. Then we ask about them. That's what we do. Snow Patrol. So again, I know the right answer here, but I often don't know about. I guess Snow Patrol were mainstream back in 2004. I don't know that album per se, so I would say no, I don't think so. You should listen to it, it's really good. And that's when we listen to music together. And I learn about their music taste. So how are you liking art school? It's fun. Well, what would I say about uni? See, it's different because it's pandemic. First year uni, definitely fun. Hands down. Yeah, first year uni, we're going with fun. Cool. That's great. My floor is boring. I'll have to visit you sometime. Sure thing. Got any plans tonight? Hanging out with friends. Never really did group projects, so that's what I'd go with. Let's go with that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, cool. What are you gonna do? Have a few drinks, see a movie. Drinks, probably. Listen to music and hanging out. Do you have any plans tonight? Yep. Pretty much regular answer. Basic answer. The obvious. No, brother's band practice, so hanging at my dorm. What would I say? I would probably say, I wouldn't ask if I know. Well, it depends how well I know this person. I'd say, do I know Brad? Because if it's someone I've met before, if someone I've known for a while, and then like, but yeah, remember? Yeah. We've been dating for a couple months now. I'd be happy for them. I'd tell them I'm happy for them. Whether I feel that way or not is a different story. Depends on the situation altogether. But I'd still be kind. I'm not going to be, you should break up with him, Jesus, because no, that's just toxic. That's what I mean. I'm not about pick-me energy, and I hate it. You know, it's generic, and people say it all the time, but things happen for a reason. Once we got here, we just kind of hit it off. What's he like? Do you love him as your best friend? I'd ask what he likes. Now, you need pick... No, you don't, Nish. Nobody likes pick-me energy. Pick-me... No, it's not. Pick-me energy is selfish and controlling, and it's unattractive as hell. But when it's really good. A jerk, do you argue a lot? Is he ever mean to you? I'd probably ask, like, if they're okay. So I'd go with this one. But I would just say, like... I hope the arguments aren't serious. That's not like... Is that Nesh using a no-no word? I think so. I think it is. But no, like... Yeah, but you're not going to advertise yourself to a person. Like... So this is the thing, is... You speak to them and you get to know each other. And they get to know the things about you. If they're interested, they'll ask. If they're not, they probably... Well, they obviously won't. But you're not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm into this, I do this. Like, you're not going to actively plug yourself for the sake of trying to look better, I guess. Like, I know it's one thing to have self-confidence, and it's one thing to happily talk about the things you're interested in. I mean, for you as a person. Yeah, but there's a difference between that and making it about you. Like, if I have a conversation with someone I'm interested in particularly, I will often ask more about them and get to know them. And that's the thing. If they want you to talk about yourself, they should ask. Like, you have to show that interest. That's what putting that effort in is. To do otherwise is not caring about giving a good first impression. Yeah, you can give a good first impression. You can meet and you can talk and it can be good. But then when you talk regularly about each other, you have to drive the conversation. Driving the conversation by, quote for quote, bragging about yourself, for me, is not the way to go. Does anyone disagree with that? Nesh, I don't know if you're saying all of this to get like a answer out of me. But I would argue that having a conversation with someone about yourself can get too much. I would say that when you speak to people, you can mention what's great about you. Yeah, but that's for them to find out. That's for me to know and for them to find out, you know? If you just go on about what's great about you, I'm not saying you're constantly, well, yeah. But yeah, that's for them. That's like you've got. That's where the interest comes from. If you've got to find out the great things about them, they've got to find out the great things about you. It's difficult to assume that they want to know the. I mean, I get it. I get you. That's the thing is, I get it. Like, you want them to know the great things about you. You want to prove to them the great things about you. Yeah, but conversations between two people, whether one's interested in the other or you're both interested in each other, shouldn't feel like advertising. It shouldn't feel like I can't swim, so I said it. Fair. But that's the thing, like, you don't actively have to tell them, oh, I'm able to swim. I'm a good swimmer. Like, that's not the case. The way you find out is talk about your experiences. Ask about their experiences. And then you get to know how they handle situations. You get to know more about them, and you figure out... Then you figure out the good qualities about them. That's the thing. Discuss... Yeah, discuss your experiences. Don't discuss your qualities. Because a lot of people will put themselves down. A lot of people will be humble and be like, nah, I'm not that good. But if you discuss experiences, they can't have opinions on that. And then you figure out how good they are. You figure out the good things about them. You have two guys, both of them love Valorant, but one of them voices it. Girl likes Valorant, which guy is she going for? You have two guys, both of them like Valorant, but only one of them voiced it. Girl likes Valorant, which guy is she going for? The guy, yeah, the trick question, the one with more... Nesh! Oh, that's good. That's good. But, I mean, yeah, realistically, she'd go for the guy that voices... Well, no, because it depends if she's, like, attached to the guy that likes Valorant. Like, she'd probably go for the... That's the thing, like, would she go for the passionate one, or would she go for the one that seems more calm and collected about it? I don't know. Like, passion is a good thing. Like, people can be, like, I'm passionate about things. But when you express that passion, if it's not shared, it's kind of... It can be seen as a bad thing. But when you share a passion for something, it's the nicest thing in the world. Yeah, but she knows he likes Val because he voiced it. She doesn't know the other guy liked Val. But realistically, is the fact that he likes Valorant... Also, why are we using Valorant as an example? The fact... Is the fact that he likes Valorant going to drastically change her view on who she likes? Because I kind of feel like, from personal experience, as soon as they meet you, they've kind of made their mind up. I don't know. I can't speak on that, but you know. Yeah, because they have something in common. She knows him better, but I guess she's into yeah, from Valorant to BDSM. That sounds like someone I know. Yeah. But yeah, but is it... I personally don't see it as a fact of how well you know somebody. I don't know. It's difficult. I can't speak on it. I don't know. I feel like you have to convince that person. This is the thing. This is what I was saying earlier. You have to convince the person you like that being with you, and this is not pick me energy. This is just common sense. You have to convince that person that being with you is a good idea. You have to convince that person that being with you benefits them as much as it benefits you. You have to convince the person that being with you would be a positive outcome in life. It would be good. And there's ways to go about it. That's not pick me energy, though. I'm not saying I'm better than everyone else. I'm not saying that it's advertising. Yeah, but it's not. I'm not saying you should pick me over this person. I'm saying you should pick me because of who I am, not comparing myself to people. I'm not saying drop everybody for me. That's pick me energy. I'm saying I really want you to understand that I can offer you this, and I really hope that you take it. That sounds mad. Just gotta make the advertising more like Gears of War and less like Raid Shadow Legends. Sure. You've just got to make that person think positively about being with you. And you can't address it. You can never address it. This game is prime example. If you address it, it gets awkward and it just goes down the bin. This game is a prime example of that. You can never address it. If you address it, if it's reciprocated, then fair enough. Fair enough. You got lucky. You've worked it out. If it's not reciprocated in the slightest and you address it, it's gone in the bin. Throw it away. It's done with. You can only address it. This game doesn't count because Emily is cooked and you don't want to be with someone like Emily anyway. I mean, fair enough. But yeah. But still, from my experience, addressing it never works. Addressing it, unless you're confident that it is reciprocated, unless you are very confident that you both feel the same way. Because this is the thing, this is what I was saying earlier. You know when she asked, why didn't you kiss me? When we were out gazing at the stars. Because in that moment, in my experience, I can only speak on my experience, but in that moment, all you do is overthink making a move. Every girl says they want you to, I mean, I'm speaking for girls because I'm interested in girls. Someone's going to make a joke about that not being obvious. Go on. Exactly. Well, I mean, Dash, yeah, why does the guy have to make the first move? But the thing is, again, from my experience, a lot of girls will tell you they want you. Nah, just be like, I like you, take it or leave it be. I guess so. I mean, it does help being that blunt, but at the same time, all you do in that moment is overthink making the move. Like you think, do they want me to make the move? If I do make the move, it's like, oh, you'll come across as confident if you do make the move. Girls want confidence. That's like a general fact. I know that. And I can be confident in conversation. But when it comes to making the move, it just so happens that, like, all men do, again, speaking on behalf of the people I know, is overthink it at the time. So, like, because we don't know. Because if we make the move and we get rejected, then that's it. It's done with. It's done. It's done out. There's no fixing that. Again, game, prime example, but doesn't count because Emily's a bitch. But yeah, so, like, the times looking back, when I think to myself, if I'd have just gone to kiss that person at that time, would have, like, if I'd have made the move at that time, would it have gone differently? But that's life. That's life. I can't change that. I can't go back and be like, right, I'm going to kiss this person. It exudes confidence. It might work out. Because I tell myself now that should I ever put myself in that situation again, the only right thing to do is make the move. Can you change it? Well, I mean, we're not arguing. No, I'm not arguing. Please don't think I'm being aggressive or anything. I hope that's not coming across. I'm just explaining. But yeah, the only right thing I see to do now is make the move. Because if you don't make the move, as far as I'm aware, nothing goes anywhere anyway. And if you really like that person, if you're that confident in your interest in them, make it. The reward of doing so is better than the consequences. Exactly. See, my exact point. Nesh gets it. Nesh gets it. If you ever get the chance to make the move, make it. Because if you don't, you'll only feel bad that you didn't. And then when things finish, you'll just regret it. If you do, it either works out and the positives go through the ceiling. If you don't, you only feel just as bad. And maybe you talk a bit more to that person, you figure things out, and you establish that good friendship that they want. Or you stop talking, and the same thing happens anyway. So the only right thing to do in that moment is what I've learned, is what I've grown up to learn, is make that move. And you need to have the confidence in that. Life lessons with defeat. Hello. But yeah. But at the moment, it's a job of convincing that person up to the clip it. I'll highlight it. Don't you worry. Jesus. I'll highlight my run through of this. Sometimes you only get one shot. Don't miss chance. We're quoting Eminem lyrics now. We're quoting Eminem lyrics. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, at the moment it's just a case. It's like getting someone to like you is a job of convincing them that you are worth their time and you are interesting. But it's not being. But it's not having that pick me energy of being like, oh, you'd never be interested in a guy like me. Oh, I've tried so hard and no one's ever. I'm never good enough for anyone. Saying I'm never good enough for someone is, oh, if I could swear, Jesus Christ. Because you should think that you're amazing. That's the confidence. That's nice guy. Exactly. Nice guy energy is the worst. Oh, when someone tells you you're a nice guy, you're in the dumps. When someone says you're a nice guy, whoa, you're gone. You're gone. You're done for. That's the comeback. Is look. I think you're a nice guy, but let's just be friends. And then you're just done. You're gone. You're done. You're done. Just lay in your grave. Just stay there. So yeah, there's a difference between being kind and it's the S word, the S word that we can't say on Twitch. There's a difference between being that and being generous. Doing something kind for someone because you want to, and doing something kind because you want their affection. There's the difference. And I've learned to only be kind for people that deserve it because I want to. I'm not kind to people because I want their effect, like their companionship, their friendship even. That's not what the S word means. I mean, it is. The S word is pining after someone because they're attractive. Because they're, it's being kind for the wrong reasons. It's generously donating for the wrong reasons. It's like, exactly. It's doing anything and everything for this person, expecting them to do it back. It's committing the world to this person, expecting them to like you for it, expecting them to give you everything because of it, expecting them to do anything because you've done it for them. No, that is wrong, and you shouldn't do that. You be kind to people because you want to be kind to them. You be kind to them because you, as a person, feel like they deserve it. Anyway, swiftly moving on with the game. No, genuinely, I hope that people understand. Also, when I do that, I'm lifting my chair back up. I hope that people understand where I'm coming from. I hope that people understand what I'm saying. I hope that people relate somewhat. But at the end of the day, you're getting to know a bit about me, Might text you about mod stuff later. No worries, Layla. No worries. But yeah, that's that. Anyway, like I said, things are good. They're really good. I guess that's normal. We're going with that. We're not being pessimistic. That's not happening. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions about anything I've said, please ask. We just get loud when we argue. I wouldn't treat you like that. It's pick me energy. It's not happening. I just really care about you. See, I wouldn't slate the dude. I'd have to go for 2, but I wouldn't make it that obvious. I don't realize it crashes down. Exactly. That is the S word. Is being nice. The only game to settle this is Super Seducer. Oh my god. How much is it? How much is Super Seducer? My best friend, Richard LaRuiner, he's gonna LaRuin ya. What? I'm sorry, I just don't like him. You should break up with him. I'd say I'm sorry at that point. I wouldn't slate someone I don't know. Gonna go for a second, no worries. Before you search it, highlight just under the 4-hour mark. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. That'll be a lot easier. I should go. I don't know. I can stay. What? I have plans, don't I? The thing is, you can text on your phone. So at this point, I would still text the person. I would continue to text the person, just on my phone. You streaming longer today? No, I'll be finishing in an hour. At 11, like usual. Well, maybe just after 11. We'll see how words goes, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I would say I can stay. To which she typically responds with, as much as I'd like to. Yeah. That's how it usually goes. There we go. Second chapter. God, we got 3 more chapters left and we've already had a massive emotional talk.